Helen Free had planned to teach English and Latin.
I went to the College of Worcester in 1941. And in December, Pearl Harbor happened.
The attack on Pearl Harbor united Americans as never before in history.
And the house mother said, girls, we have to fill in the science roles. And she turned to me and said, are you taking chemistry?
She found her life partner and first job at Miles Laboratories. Miles, famous for its Alka-Seltzer brand, was starting a biochemistry lab.
I was bugging him to send me over to the research lab under the direction of Dr. Al Free. And 2 years later, I'm married to Boss.
Together, Al and Helen Free developed a set of revolutionary dip and read diagnostic tests, ushering in a new era of reliable self-tests.
When Multistix 10SG is dipped into a urine specimen, there are 10 different colorimetric tests available in 2 minutes.
The Clinisticks made it possible for diabetics to test their glucose levels at home instead of at weekly hospital visits, and fundamentally changed the way urine and blood are tested worldwide.
The one-drop fingertip blood test was also our invention. The first meter was the Ames reflectance meter, and that was a portable instrument, but it was awfully heavy.
Free traveled with her husband to introduce their diagnostic products around the world.
We were married for 53 years and worked as a team for 51 of those years.
She still shares her passion for chemistry to inspire tomorrow's budding scientists, especially young girls.
I tell them that you can do anything you want to, anything you want, as long as you work hard at it and try.
Welcome to the White House. It is a great honor to be joined by so many leading researchers and innovators. I want to give some special thanks to a few members of my cabinet, members of Congress who are here today. And the men and women we celebrate today have helped to unlock the secrets of genetics and disease, of nanotechnology and solar energy, of chemistry and biology. Breakthroughs that provide so many benefits and hold so much potential, from new sources of electricity to new ways of diagnosing and treating illness. Along the way, many of these folks have broken down barriers for women and minorities who have traditionally been underrepresented in scientific fields, but obviously are no less capable of contributing to the scientific enterprise. And that's why we're here today, and why I look forward to events like these. I believe one of the most important jobs that I have as president is to restore science to its rightful place. That means strengthening our commitment to research. It means ensuring that our government makes decisions based on the best evidence rather than politics. It means reforming and improving math and science education and encouraging the private sector to inspire young people to pursue careers in science and engineering. One of the most important ways in which we can restore science to its rightful place is by celebrating the contributions of men and women like all of you, because that's how we'll excite a new generation to follow in your footsteps. It's how we can spark the imagination of a young person who just might change the world. And I was reminded of how important this is just a few weeks ago. We held a science fair here at the White House. Some of you may have heard about it. We welcome all the time championship sports teams to the White House to celebrate their victories. I thought we ought to do the same thing for the winners of science fairs and robotic contests and math competitions, because those young people often don't get the credit that they deserve. Nobody rushes on the field and dumps Gatorade on them when you win a science award. Maybe they should. So I got to meet these incredibly talented and enthusiastic young men and women. There was a team of high school kids from Tennessee that had designed a self-powered water purification system. We had robots running all over through the state dining room. The last young person I spoke to was a young woman from Texas. She was 16 years old. She was studying biology as a freshman, decided she was interested in cancer research, so taught herself chemistry during the summer, then designed a science project to look at new cancer drugs based on some experimental drugs that are activated by light. They could allow a more focused treatment that targets the cancer cells while living healthy cells remain unharmed. She goes on to design her own drug, wins the international science competition, and she told me that she and her high school science teacher are being approached by laboratories across the country to collaborate on this potential new cancer treatment. This is a true story. 16 years old, taught herself chemistry. Incredibly inspiring. And at a time of significant challenge in this country, at a moment when people are feeling so much hardship in their lives, this has to give us hope for the future. It ought to remind us of the incredible potential of this country and its people as long as we unlock it, as long as we put resources into it and we celebrate it and we encourage it, we embrace it. You know, Carl Sagan once said, "Science is a way of thinking much more than it is a body of knowledge." That way of thinking, that combination of curiosity and skepticism, the sense of wonder and the willingness to test our assumptions, it's what at root we are honoring today. It's what has spurred countless advances and conferred untold benefits on our society, and it's an idea that has driven our success for as long as we have been a nation. And I'm confident that this spirit of discovery and invention will continue to help us succeed in the years and decades to come. And our country owes every one of our laureates with us today a big measure of thanks for nurturing that spirit and expanding the boundaries of human knowledge. So it is now my privilege to present the National Medals of Science and the National Medals of Technology and Innovation.
Helen M. Free. The 2009 National Medal of Technology and Innovation to Helen M. Free, Miles Laboratories, for her seminal contributions to diagnostic chemistry through development of dip-and-read urinalysis, which gave rise to a technological revolution in convenient, reliable point-of-care tests and patient self-monitoring.
Let me make two closing points. Number one, I feel really smart just standing up here with these folks. I think it kind of rubbed off on me. Number two, I want to congratulate our military aide for being able to read all those things. I want to assure you he practiced a lot. And finally, let me just once again say to all the honorees who are here tonight, you have truly revolutionized the world in ways that are profoundly important to people in their day-to-day lives, but also help to create those steps in human progress that really make us who we are as human beings. And so we could not be prouder of you, could not be more grateful to you for your contributions. Please give them one last big round of applause. Everybody enjoy the party.